Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Yeah.
We'll start.
Screen is visible?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Done. Good afternoon to you all. I welcome you all to the continuation discussion of our project. So today I want to give some basic insights of filtering concepts, which are very much required for our PPG signal processing application. So I want to give some basic insights. The first one is IIR filter. Name itself indicates that it has infinity impulse response, infinite impulse response. So the transfer function of IIR filter contains both numerator and denominator. You see here h of z is equal to 1 by some sigma k is equal to 0 to n or n minus 1, a suffix k, z power minus k. If I expanded like this, I'm assuming that a0 is equal to 1 and z power 0 is 1. So the first value is 1. 1 plus a1 z power minus 1 plus a2 z power minus 2 plus an z power a suffix n z power minus n. Remember that numerator of the transfer function, if you equate it to 0 and find the roots of the concerned numerator polynomial, those roots are called zeros of the transfer function. So numerator of the transfer function gives zeros. If you equate the numerator polynomial to 0, the roots of the polynomial is known as zeros of the transfer function. Similarly, denominator gives the poles of the transfer function. Equate denominator to 0, get the roots of the polynomial. Those roots are called poles of the transfer function. So I considered one typical example here because of ambiguity. I changed the things here. H of z is equal to 1 minus 2 z inverse, 1 minus 5 z inverse multiplied by 1 minus some 6 z inverse. And pole 0 plot. See here. I have equated the numerator to 0. I have equated the numerator to 0 and I have represented it as a symbol with 0. And equated denominator equal to 0, 1 minus 5 z inverse, and you will get 1 by 5, one pole, 1 by 6 is another pole. This is a z plane. In the MATLAB, you have command z plane, ZPLANE, to give the pole 0 plot of the transfer function. And thing is that system is said to be stable. Any system stability is very important. That is, the poles should lie inside the unit circle. Now you can see here, two poles are there. The poles are inside the unit circle, so that we can say the system is stable. If you consider continuous systems, generally it might have been discussed in control systems or signal sense system that pole should lie on the left half of the S plane. So when it comes to digital systems, the pole should lie inside the unit circle. And importance of a pole and importance of a zero. I have taken here 1 minus 2 z inverse is equal to 0, 2 z inverse is equal to 1. I got a z inverse is equal to 1 by 2. Consider z is equal to e power j omega, and you will get z inverse is equal to e power something is there. See, what I want to mention here is that you may get z inverse is equal to 1 by 2 for a value of omega. Say, example, pi by 2. For a value of example, I am considering not exactly pi by 2. Say for omega is equal to pi by 2, you may get Z inverse is equal to 1 by 2. So I am applying a frequency component with angular frequency is equal to pi by 2, giving Z inverse is equal to 1 by 2. 1 by 2, 2 gets cancelled, 1 minus 1, 0. The magnitude of the system transfer function becomes 0. Means the frequency corresponding to 0, the frequency corresponding to 0, if you apply it to a system, then the output will be 0. So the conclusion I have given here is that, very interesting conclusion, the frequency corresponding to 0 components will be attenuated. Exactly, we can say it is multiplied with 0. Whereas pole frequency component will be amplified. See here, suppose I have taken a frequency omega, a typical value for which Z inverse is equal to 1 by 5. So 1 by 5 multiplied by 5 becomes 1. 1 minus 1, 0. 1 by 0 is infinity. It amplifying the concerned frequency component with infinity magnitude. That concerned frequency component with infinity magnitude. So that's why I have given a good statements here. Zero frequency components, not a DC. The frequency corresponding to a zero term, zero root will be attenuated. Strictly speaking, it should be multiplied with 0. Whereas pole frequency corresponding, the frequency corresponding to a pole will be amplified by infinity times. So that's a very, very important concept, pole zero concept. Poles and zeros of the transfer function concept. The next important point is digital frequency. What do you mean by digital frequency? We know that analog frequency is from minus infinity to plus infinity. In theoretical perspective, we'll say that it is from 0 to infinity. When it comes to mathematics, it will be defined as minus infinity to plus infinity. Minus infinity to 0 will be the mirror image of 0 to infinity. So, because of mathematics and Fourier series and Fourier transform, there will be a negative frequency component, but in reality, we will have only positive frequency component starting from 0 to infinity. Now we'll see what is a digital frequency. By using sampling theorem, we are converting analog signal into a discrete time signal. We are converting it into discrete time signal. Digital frequency is equal to analog frequency divided by sampling frequency. Digital frequency, the formula here I have provided here, small f is equal to capital F divided by sampling frequency. So, according to the Nyquist theorem, sampling frequency should be greater than or equal to 2f max. 2f max. So it may be 3f max, it may be a 4f max, 5f max, and so on. So if I substitute here, f is equal to capital F divided by fs. Suppose I am assuming maximum frequency f max divided by, if it is equal to 2f max, so f max divided by 2f max is 1 by 2. If it is sampling frequency is 3f max, f max divided by 3f max, that is 1 by 3, 1 by 4, and so on. If you take infinity, 1 by infinity will be 0. So maximum digital frequency is 1 by 2. Minimum frequency is 0. Maximum digital frequency is 1 by 2. Minimum frequency is 0. Then why I have written here minus 1 by 2 to plus 1 by 2? 0 to 1 by 2 will be the mirror image from minus 1 by 2 to 0. So that is the digital frequency is from minus 1 by 2 to plus 1 by 2. Then digital angular frequency, multiply this equation with pi, sorry, with the 2 pi. So wrong here, written minus pi to pi is the correct answer. Here I have written minus pi to pi, but here I have written minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. The actual one is minus pi to pi. Multiply it with 2 pi. Minus 1 by 2 multiplied by 2 pi gives minus pi. 1 by 2 multiplied by 2 pi gives to 1 by 2. So this is again a very interesting and important component to remember. Digital frequency, maximum digital frequency is 1 by 2. If you take sampling frequency infinity, digital frequency will be 0. So 1 by infinity. Remember, this is a very interesting and important concept. Right. Next one is discrete time Fourier transform. The spectrum is unique over minus pi to pi. Same spectrum repeats from pi to 3 pi, 3 pi to 5 pi, 5 pi to 7 pi, and so on. On the left side, minus 2 pi to minus pi, minus 5 pi to minus 3 pi, and so on. It is a periodic function with the period capital 2 pi. 2 pi. So it may be unique over minus pi to pi, or sometimes we consider it as 0 to 2 pi. That is, this is minus fs by 2 to plus fs by 2. This is minus fs by 2 to plus fs by 2. So if you consider minus fs is equal to 2f max, 2 gets cancelled, minus f max to plus f max, minus f max to plus f max. And if we consider 0 to 2 pi, it will be 0 to 2f max or 0 to fs. These three bracket terms are correlated. If digital, the DTFT output is unique over 0 to 2 pi, 0 to 2 pi, the concerned analog value is 0 to fs, is 0 to 2f max. 0 to 2f max. Why 0 to 2 pi? Again, 0 to pi is very similar to pi to 2 pi. Magnitude spectrum is always symmetric with reference to origin. So 0 to fs by 2 is enough to represent or plot in our MATLAB. 0 to fs by 2 will be the maximum thing we require. So 0 to fs, it's a double-sided spectrum. Half spectrum is fs by 2. Fs is equal to 2f max. 2 gets cancelled, f max. So 0 to f max. Even while discussing the PPG signal, I might have mentioned this in the previous class, I not remembered correctly. In recordings, we will design 1000 Hz sampling frequency. So maximum analog frequency is fs by 2. Same thing. Fs by 2 is the maximum analog frequency, 500 Hz. But I mentioned there, I am performing downsampling to decrease the sampling frequency. Say I have downsampled it to 20 Hz. So maximum analog frequency will be 10 Hz. So 0 to 10 Hz will be the maximum the frequency range of the signal. DFT is a sampling of DTFT. Here T is missed. There is a sampling of DTFT. Why? Because the output of DTFT is continuous function of omega. Output of DTFT is continuous function of omega. To make it discrete, we are sampling. To make it a discrete time signal, we are performing sampling. So the spectrum from 0 to 2 pi, I'm dividing it capital N equal samples. Capital N equal samples. So when you apply in MATLAB, you will get N samples. You're getting N samples. That is a discrete digital signal. So you have to do this function, this work in MATLAB. It is 1 colon n. So n samples. I'm dividing it with capital N. Why? Because it's a n samples. And I'm multiplying with Fs, which gives the analog frequency for us in MATLAB. I have written here digital frequency. This is not digital, it's analog frequency. 1 to n divided by n multiplied by Fs. That is, we are taking from 0 to Fs. N by n gives 1 multiplied by Fs, 0 to Fs. And out of 0 to Fs, only half is required for us. Remaining half is not required. Remaining half is a mirror image. Remaining half is a mirror image. So we will use 1 to n by 2 samples only. Out of these n samples, we are considering only 1 to n by 2 samples. 1 to, this is the equation should be used for frequency axis. Analog frequency. Analog frequency. So another example, x of n is equal to 4 ones, and I computed the DFT or FFT. I got 4000. I consider n is equal to 8. I got this value, this one, this one, this value, this value, this value. If I join the same, if I take n is equal to 8, see n is equal to 16, and see the resemblance. Number of samples increases, but the shape of the spectrum will not differ. They are doing just joining all those points, gives the spectrum same. Gives the spectrum same. So n is equal to 4 point, 8 point, or 16 point. For a typical 4 point, you'll get more number of samples, more frequency resolution. So next one is FIR filters. Very interesting. Two important characteristics. That is, FIR filters are always stable. FIR filters provide exact linear phase characteristics. FIR filters will provide exact linear phase characteristics, which is very much required in some of the applications. See here, this is h of n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is FIR filter. H of n is equal to 0.9 whole power n u of n. U of n is defined from n is equal to 0 to infinity. So 0.9, 0.9 whole power 1, 0.9 whole power 2, and so on up to 0.9 whole power infinity. So it is infinity impulse response. This is finite impulse response. I applied Z transform to this too. So first one, h of z is equal to 1 plus 2z power minus 1, 3z power minus 2, 4z power minus 3, and 5z power minus 4. So FIR filters consist only in numerator of the transfer function. Here there is no denominator. It consists of only numerator. But somehow with the mathematical simplification I am able to get the denominator. But it is z power n minus 1. N is the order of the filter. So if you equate z power 4 is equal to 0, that is 4 poles at origin. 4 poles at origin. And second function, h of z is equal to a power n u of n. Z transform is 1 minus a z inverse. So 1 minus 0.9 z inverse pole at 0.9. Remember that? Pole should lie inside the unit circle. So here pole is at point 9. Here the pole at origin. I'll give one important statement. Try to listen that. A pole at point 9, because of equipment, because of aging of the components, pole may enter outside the unit circle and may becomes unstable. Whereas pole is at origin, pole is at origin. Even all external factor influence, pole does not cross unit circle. Otherwise, the probability of IR becomes IR filter may become unstable is always greater than, and I can say I'm revising statement, just listen. Probability of IR filters may become unstable is around zero point 0.8 or zero point 0.9. 90% chances will be there. Whereas FIR filters, that probability is zero. That's why the statement given there is FIR filters are always stable. Right, next. This is a filter response, a typical filter response. We'll consider pass band, transition band, stop band. And pass band ripple or pass band magnitude, stop band ripple, pass band frequency, stop band frequency. So these two commands are used for design of Butterworth IIR filters. This is a Buttard function. Buttord is a Buttard function. Omega P is passband attenuation. Omega S is stop band ripple or attenuation. RP is the passband frequency. RS is the stop band frequency. I think RP RS should be first. Omega P and omega S should be next. So for this specification, this function computes the order of the filter and natural cutoff frequency of the filter. To my remembrance, you have studied digital signal processing. You have the first one is order of the filter formula. Order of the filter formula. I remember that formula just I am mentioning here. N is equal to 10 power 0.1 alpha A alpha S minus 1 divided by 10 power 0.1 alpha P minus 1. So that computes the order. So that same function will be done here by Buttard. It computes the order of the filter and cutoff frequency of the filter and give these inputs to BUTTR function. It computes B comma A, that is numerator and denominator polynomial transfer function, coefficients of the transfer function. Suppose A is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3, B is equal to 1, denominator is 1 plus 2 z power minus 1 plus 3 z power minus 2, and numerator is 1 by 1 plus 2 z power minus 1 3 z power minus 2. That is designed IIR filter. Is that things. While remember that, I want to again mention here, for a typical PPG signal after computation of FFT, perform this operation, take this as F. You write here F is equal to 1 colon N divided by colon into Fs, and take only half of the samples, that is 1 to N by 2 samples. This is 1 to N, total number of samples, but consider only half of the samples. Why? Because spectrum is symmetric with reference to origin. So continuation. This is the command filter B comma A comma X. Filter defined by B comma A. B is the numerator coefficients, A is the denominator coefficients. Filter is defined by B comma A. X is input to the filter. X is input to the filter. Y will be the output of the filter. You can directly plot the Y. And to know the frequency response of the designed filter, you can use the command FREQZ B comma A comma omega. B is the numerator coefficients, A is the denominator coefficients, omega is 0 to 2 pi. And the magnitude of H is absolute ABS of H. Angle of H is ANGL of angle. The magnitude response and phase response can be plotted using ABS command and angle command. Try to do these examples so that you can able to do more work. So FIR1 is the FIR filter command. See that what it gives. Command is B is equal to FIR1 comma N comma omega. See the help of the function and design the filter of your interest. So next, Z plane is displays the poles and zeros of the system. Z plane displays the poles and zeros. So I have given one program here. Just try to do this program. I already forwarded this PDF file to Rahul. Rahul will share with you. So pass band ripple is 1 dB. Stop band ripple is 40 decibels. Pass band frequency is 0.2. This is a digital frequency. Stop band frequency is 0.5. So n comma omega n is equal to BUTT ORD omega p omega s rp rs and b comma a h comma omega, whatever the function things I have given mentioned just now. So figure 1 subplot 211 plot omega by pi absolute of h magnitude response angle of h phase response, and figure 2 jet plane b comma a gives pole 0 plot. So try this program and see the result. And next I will show you mostly if complete screen is shared. I will show you the program. I think program is visible to you now.
Yes, sir. MATLAB is visible, sir.
Yeah,
Program
yeah,
is
yeah.
visible.
Program is visible. I'm running this program. Results will be generated. Try to see that. So this is magnitude response. This is phase response. We are given zero point 0.2 is the pass band frequency, 0.5 is the stop band frequency. This is the transition band. Next, pole 0 plot. See here. Zeros are located here and poles are located like this. And all poles are lies inside the unit circle. All poles are lie inside the unit circle. So that's all. Actually, I want to inform you or give the things to you up to this point.
Sir, like when we are
Yeah,
going
one
to
minute,
design
one
a
minute,
filter,
1 minute.